Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top right side as a Cyan Abbasid Dynasty, we have Neptune. Spawn on the left side as a Red Roost, we have a foreign name. And since we do have a Roost player out on the field, let's go ahead and switch out of caster mode, select the Roost player, and let's take a look at the trade bounties. Right now he has 0. 0 over here and here, he's going to spot that left one. Scout move around to spot gold. Most people will be glad they spot gold, but not the Roost player. They find more value in hides. And now I've got these horsemen there. Does not find that. Cyan does find these deer now. We got one bounty claim there by red, another one there, but he lost that his own deer deposit there. Does get some wolves. The trade bounty's at 165. And it looks like it will end at 165, so you will be pretty far away from getting even tier 2. So he's going to need the high trade house in order to get his bounty up any further. Scouts do find each other. If you're feudal age for both players, you got the economic wing versus, of course, the Kremlin. Scout push me forward or back. And now we do have some technologies being researched, including the fresh foodstuffs there to make villagers a little bit cheaper. Does have a bit of a gold investment starting off, but will pay out in the long run. Maybe a bad idea to go for that so quickly. You're fighting against Roost, tend to go for early nights. Speaking of which, we got early nights on the build queue. And now these scouts are engaging scouts. Looks like that's good focus fire from both sides. The red scouts do back on off. They're starting to lose. Gets a good slice there. Dancing around, gets a free hit there, but gets retaliated with. Or upon. We got the third red scout now turning forward. Now it's starting to engage. This red scout could perhaps turn around and help his buddies. And we'll start hacking down some of these villagers slowly. He's not retarget towards the other scout right there that's hitting his own scouts. And it's going to slowly try to whittle down these villagers. You now have a pair of militia on the field as well as a knight. There's the militia there. And now there's a knight. He does spot. Oh, he's starting to torch down that town center that's perfectly being built. And we'll see some hits there. Hits the wrong guy there. Does get some good kills. Does get a kill there. Yeah, he knew he was fighting against a Roost. It's probably a bad idea to go both foodstuffs and the knight, and the extra town center. He should have followed more of a defense there. It looks like that knight will get one more kill before going down. Now he's going to be behind 23 to 18 villagers. Roost player is trying to collect more stone to get out his own town center. Second town center. This town center will be delayed. Red Scout is slicing apart Cyan Scout. And do have now a horseman being pulled on out. And the militia now charging forward. They do expire right there. Gruesomely as well. Horsemen and Scout trying to hunt down these scouts. Archery now being pulled out on the field, trying to get some archers. Probably to engage any sort of upcoming spearmen. Sort of wonder. Okay, no unique description. I know that for the pastures for the Mongols, they have some funny description. They have a little funny description. You monster. So I was curious whether or not the other carcasses had that description. Horseman trying to overrun these scouts, gain some good damage onto him. He may lose that one. In the hardened spearman research now. Of course, now Cyan has split out some of his own horsemen. Red's horsemen will be outnumbered. Red does also have no early night supply on field and now has one archer. Sai now has 2 spearmen as well as 2 horsemen. Red's now going for wheelbarrow. Sai has already researched his own wheelbarrow. And it looks like Sai's eyeing for another town center. His forces will need to engage these horsemen to force them away. Soon, 3 town centers will provide him an excellent amount of villager production. Red does have a slight village advantage. He does have a second town center up and going. And he's currently collecting no stone. He may be not eyeing for another town center. His forces are still quite healthy, at least the horseman is. The scout, of course, does have health regen, but not really much a combat unit. Wheelbarrow's not complete. Now it looks like the Roost player is now pulling out some of his own spearmen. So it's 2 spearmen, 3 horsemen, and now soon to be 5 archers. This one has 5 spearmen, soon to be 5 horsemen, and then soon to be 4 archers. And taking out that wolf there does result in a bit more trade bounty. Speaking of which, let's see now. He has 190, so if he kills off 1 more, he will reach tier 2. Which then it'll be, he could go for the high trade house. I generally prefer the high trade house myself. The extra bit of gold and food there will be is very handy. As opposed to the unique technologies for warrior monks, in which you don't really see the warrior monks being useful most of the time. Forces are moving around. Over here, got this small infantry force moving around. Either side's really being aggressive. Horsemen try to be aggressive, but will be immediately forced back by the horsemen and spearmen and archers. And now it looks like Red's eyeing for some defensive palisade walls. Sai's trying to skirt around, trying to get another angle on the villagers. It's a good damage there. He will take out this horseman eventually. Let's get the kill there. Got these villagers here that could receive some harassment. And now they're being focused down. And now the villagers are standing and fighting as well. Gain some slices on these horsemen. They don't have any melee armor at the moment. And it's just a scout, not a horseman. Down south, got the steer being claimed up as well. Got 8 villagers here. The Roost player will need more gold before it gets Castle Age. These horsemen just slowly being picked on off. Knight trying to charge him forward, but his charge has expired. I do got a pretty sizable army pushing way forward for Red, including some villagers. He's eyeing for a forward lumber camp. He's going to try to eye for something aggressive. He doesn't have any stone there, so he's not going to do some sort of weird castle age into a forward keep. But maybe I need to pull out wooden fortresses. Early Knight does spot these forces. Does get a good archer volley down to the spearmen. Now you got the military ring not being researched by Cyan, which will give him 2 free camel riders. Horsemen and Knights trying to engage the horsemen and scouts. Early Knight now seeing quite a bit of damage right there. Does go down. Just 1 early Knight remains. And the spearmen are getting focused down by the archers. Red's now backing off. Those villagers are still there for some odd reason. The 2 landmarks are neither of them are keeps, so I'm not so sure what he's trying to do with those villagers. Archers getting some good hits there. Horsemen have mostly gone down. Red archers are focusing the firing, but I think he's doing a bit of overkill there. Now got the militia advancing forward, very nice. Which will take out these horsemen. Well, now scout goes down. Now just these archers that remain. Literally just archers and pulling out more archers, so this knight would do some excellent work. I probably should clear this chat out. Because probably if somebody randomly shows up, we'll probably be concerned about what those jokers are saying. Militia just fell over there. There's some exposed villagers here. The knights do get a good kill there. Other villagers are going down. He does have siege engineers. He can back on off the blocks and batter rams. Let's lose that scout there. Knights still patrolling around. I think he's going to be backing off, trying to pull out a batter ram. Now got castle age for the Abbasid Dynasty player. And going for some lancers wouldn't be half bad. Also receive a bit of fire there. Lancers are nice to receive quite a bit of fire from these archers. He does have no additional pierce armor at the moment. Scout does go down. Now I do have a wooden fortress here. Could be upgraded with arrow slits there. Not only give him defensive arrow slip, but also increase the damage. And eventually gets enough stone, perhaps maybe a castle turret to get some more arrow damage. Now I do got a bandit ram and a hunting cabin there. He's trying to claim this deer over here. Weird. Do not have the arrow slits there. These villagers need to get into that other wooden fortress. This wooden fortress is receiving a bit of fire. Remember, wooden fortresses have quite a bit of health. Archers engaging these camel riders. Camel riders have no inherent armor. And this wooden fortress does get canceled there. Now got some man-at-arms. Man-at-arms are very resilient. Or should I say golems? Castors or arrow research has been completed. It's not getting any more stone at the moment, so it won't even be able to get arrow slits in the other one. Another turret there. He's now getting this battering ram pushing forward, trying to break open this area to hit those villagers. He has a good number of archers region, does lose one of the villagers. Now it is, I think he just bought some, nope, he has a stone income going on up. He's power pushing? Okay, don't think I've really seen that before, but the Roost has probably one of the best ways to do that, getting the improved arrow research. Now we've got these villagers getting focused down. He did not save them. Okay, so I got both villagers back here. Got arrow slit here, and now I've got the castle turret here. He's starting to turret push. A couple battering rams. He can pull out battering rams, the Abbasid Dynasty player, so probably a good idea for him to pull out battering rams and not use his man-arms for that. Got to speak about battering ram. This one does break through the wood food line there. And that one does go down. Not getting arrow slit research. The arrows right now are doing 9 damage each, so they actually can put some holes in his golems. Knight pushing around. He may have lost another knight somewhere. Now I got the castle turret research here. He still has some villagers here. And the archer's firing some good arrow volleys here. He does not have pierce damage research. He does have castle reach now. Now these arrows or towers are doing 9 damage each right now. So they will do decent damage on all these forces. And they do have reasonable health as well. Getting a veteran archer research now. He needs pierce damage as well. Let's take out some of these lancers as well. Archers now, engaging archers. These are veteran archers. They have right now 8 damage. Alright, moving around. Now this wooden fortress is now set ablaze. Some of these archers are not getting hit by this tower now. And that villager does go down there. Still got a stack of archers right there. Over here, got this knight now being completely encircled. Getting some good number of kills on those villagers, but he will be shanked down. Now these units are going down to the wooden fortress. Oh, this battering ram still going around. Getting some damage on various infrastructure. This castle turret will, or wooden fortress will go down. He does abandon now the region with his archers, and a good number of those archers will go down. Science archers advancing, or Red's archers advancing forward, gets a good damage on Science archers. Right now, the military strength is 40-40, so pretty even. Red's now going for some crossbowmen as well as more knights, and he's getting some warrior monks. What did he get? He did get the Abbey of Trinity. Very nice. So now we're going to see potential other upgrades for the warrior monks. Let's focus on these lances there. Knights are advancing on forward. I hear more relics being picked up. I believe those are the Roost player picking up relics. Science picked up 3 relics. Red will pick up 2. More archers and crossbowmen being pulled on forward. There's a good number of man-at-arms. And as warrior monk will be focused down. The relic can be resecured. The Abbey of Trinity is right here as well. Plus 100 health. Plus 40 health. We can get these warrior monks pretty healthy. With Warrior's Fortitude and Bloodlines, they should have really high health, don't they, to really stack them up? If I were just to hazard a quick guess, that could potentially even get them over 400 health. Of course, he has to be worried about the camel riders. Militia now charging forward. Good number of archers and crossbow engaging the man-at-arms. Militia still has 40 seconds remaining, and now some of these warrior monks are capturing up these sacred sites. Nice, now we're seeing some fire there. And Science Force is largely being cleaned on up. Red only has the militia not being cleaned on up now. Red does have a superior number of forces, getting out some knights on the front line. And all these forces are falling on back. We're seeing private fire on the retreat. Knights are charging forward, getting some good hits there on some of these other forces. There's a large number of golems now put on the field. Crossbowmen will be more and more needed. These forces are now charging forward, trying to get a good flank on these archers. They will do some decent work. They do have the golems here. Golems do bonus damage versus... They don't do bonus damage versus light, but their damage is designed to be effective against low armored units. Knights is just going down there. Red is now falling him back. He does not have a Mangonels on the field. Now I've got the Warrior Monk charging forward, which will give him Saint's Blessing on these forces, giving him +2 damage and +1 armor. Warrior Monk does go down. Militia charging forward. Have these Knights trying to engage these forces, but overall these Archer versus Archer got 1T1 versus 13-5. Knights now charging forward, getting some good hits there. Being focused down now, giving Red some more time to get more damage on these archers. It looks like there's still a wolf on the field. Crossbow being pushed on forward, but right now they're trying to move forward for us, so they're getting annihilated. And another Warrior Monk on the build queue. He's trying to build as many forces as he can at the moment. He's militia. He can call another paramilitia there. He could perhaps get the spring golem placed on the Kremlin as well. He's some damage here. Townsend are firing some arrows as well. Knight pushing on forward, getting some distracting fire of these archers, but they do focus them down. And Red right now just simply can't remax. Sign has 53 units. He has a good amount of units on production queue, and has a good reserve of resources. Well, Red has a good amount of reserve of resources, but simply couldn't produce it all. He needed Mangonels. They may not have a siege workshop at the moment. Now the archers are in this area. He does have the composite bow research. And Red's now eyeing for forward keep here, and Science villagers are trying to stop them. More Science villagers are pushing it forward. It may have been better to just torch down the keep because he was doing more damage output against it than against the villagers. Now he needs to get inside this keep as soon as he can. He really should have stabbed them or torched the keep down. He was getting great damage. Knights now being pushed forward in pairs, so now they can able to overrun these archers a little bit better. It's still a little bit low in military size. Man-arms pushing forward does get away with crossbowmen on the field. Archers being cleaned on up. These crossbow needs to be migrated away from the golems. He could try picking up a relic here and try to go for a conversion. More crossbowmen being pulled on the field. Knights now trying to overrun these archers now. He does have a war monk over here, wounded, but is able to heal up these knights when he has a chance. And now we've got a lot of forward infrastructure there. He's trying to push forward with these keeps. Sign doesn't have a whole lot of military at the moment, nor does he have any siege weapons. And these villagers being gunned down. He's trying to claim this stone deposit. May need to get out another mining camp. Maybe right there, so got this other one potentially close by to it as well. Do you have enough stone here for keep? Science not going for the next age. He's going for the cultural wing. Going for a keep over here, and then trying to capture the sacred site, likely. And now we've got battery rams now being put on the field as well, which is going to be very useful. In fact, oh, there's going to be a... He's trying to pull out some battery rams now. But these battery rams pose a massive threat to Sion, because if you lose this structure, both of these structures, it will actually result in game over. Remember, he only has 2 landmarks. Granted, this House of Wisdom now has 17,000 health. And there's not a lot of gold that Red's claiming from right there. Does get inside the keep. Does lose one of those villagers here before getting something inside. Going for boiling oil now. Torching down some of these farms and hunting camps. That one does provide 7 gold per minute. Golem starting slowly going down. Got some knights here. Over here, got this knight in the back line, but getting hit by some golems. The second site has not been decaptured. That does give the Roost player a little bit extra gold income. Got these villagers advancing on forward as well. I think they're trying to repair up this keep. Though these villagers here are trying to force down these battering rams. And Red's going straight. He's trying to go for the throat. He's trying to get the victory now by bashing down the House of Wisdom. We do now have the villagers repairing up the House of Wisdom. He still has to go to the town center after he bashed down the House of Wisdom, but got a good number of battering rams pulled on the field. Villagers repairing up the keep. He does not have enough stone for another keep. There's some of these villagers now. Holding all this almost complete. That will help them provide some good fire support in this region. Crossbow nice being pushed on forward. Battering rams getting some great damage there. Red's now a sensitive village. This may be equivalent to an all-in this game. Going for another keep. I think he just bought enough stone to go for another keep. Red's going for an all-in with these keep push. He does have a good number of battering rams here. He won't get pillage. He will not see pillage for the rest of this game. Battering rams starting to be destroyed. He could go for some trebuchets here. Keep here could be repaired on up. Let's get inside these keeps now. Now there's 2 sources of boiling oil that can do some good damage. He's a crossbowman right there. Red's playing what meager forces he has. Crossbowman would be pretty good against these golems, allowing the keeps of hit arrows against other things. Knights charging forward. Boiling oil getting some great splash damage with the 2 of them. More battering rams not being pulled on the field. I say it would be worth just go for 1 trebuchet. So he is repairing the House of Wisdom. Let's see. Nope, that's not useful. Keeps. He doesn't have a keep over here. And maybe not useful either. Trying to finish off some of these hand cannoneers are being pulled on now. Hand cannoneers are good, but not in this situation. He needs battering rams and trebuchets. More red battering rams from one field. Hopefully, it's a source of stone being collected. He doesn't have a whole lot of stone. Doesn't have a whole lot of everything. He has half the villager count his opponent. Red's doing a good job of using these villagers to torch down some of these battering rams. He does have textiles. Going for spring golden placements. None that's important. Playing up some of these other resources, which is good. Got a market here. Oh, he built that market just to be buying and selling. Castle Wizard receiving quite a fire. Now some of these villagers are going down and repairing it up. The keeps are in range there. Spring golden placement has been built, which does do 40 damage, does range damage and not siege damage. So the battle rams will only take 1 damage from each. More meant for other sources. He needs some stone. There's some stone right there. Every scrap of stone, I guess, counts. Pull back battle rams. More horsemen here. They've got more keeps here to 9 reinforcements. That also is a good idea. He's starting to circle his keeps. He needs trebuchets. Battle rams getting some great damage in the House of Wisdom. We've got some forces here to engage those. Now we've got all of the science villages advancing on forward. We have boiling oil on both these keeps here. These battle rams are receiving quite a bit of damage. I really do believe he should have got some trebuchets out. He has a lot of resources for trebuchets. Golem's trying to overrun these crossbowmen and does receive quite a bit of damage right there. Those villagers took a lot of damage from the boiling oil. The house was in set ablaze, but it is being repaired. Red's villagers torching down these battle rams now. And these villagers are going to repair it on up. He does buy a small tithe of stone. Some pebbles to help fill in the gaps in the keeps. These villagers need to test the other battle ram. Keeps in the set ablaze. He's gonna force it to keep there. And look how many villagers there are now repairing up the keep. If he's able to deal with these golems, they will be able to start gunning down these villagers. Automatically, at least. You can do it manually, but it's never really fun. Most of those villagers went down to the boiling oil. Oof. Villagers need to take... He needs to buy some stone. He does have a lot of gold stockpiled up. He's out of stone now. More battle rams being put on the field. Starting to force down some of these battle rams. Those was a keep. He could have saved it. Golems are trying to gun down these villagers. Red has some hidden farms there. Horsemen moving around. Knight does get picked off by some golems. Red's battle rams backing him up, and I think Red's ran out of momentum. He has a fair number of military on the field. Ooh, backline spring gold. It's actually a good idea to help engage these battle rams. And does lose another keep there. These horsemen finds another keep there. There's science has keeps everywhere. So this area is basically cut off from his opponent. Battle rams pushing forward. The House of Wisdom is fully repaired. Spring Gulls gets good damage onto these siege workshops. He may be out of villagers in this area. No, he still has one villager there to throw his stuff out. Or these battle rams started going down. These spring balls were a good idea. Horseman charging forward, very nice. Red has a villager here. We'll be playing a mining camp, just collect up some gold. There's some gold still here. He finds another wolf over here. Horsemen hitting some of these other forces. Sign has lost a good number of villagers. He used to be up to 150, now it's down to 112. He sells a massive reserve of gold, so he can perhaps purchase some stuff. Horsemen now coming in for another hit on these villagers. He will spot this keep here. He's going to lose the rest of these siege workshops. He still has some good amount of resources, gold and wood. Now Sign has a Sacred Site victory. Red can't contest it. Very poorly, actually. He does a keep next to every single one. And as when this keep goes down, I think that's going to be the end of the game for Red. Yeah, I think Red's steam has been lost. Sign has a massive number of keeps on the field. His ground army is non-existent. Going for more horsemen, going for more crossbowmen. What could have Run done differently? As I mentioned beforehand, he had a great, nice triangle of powers there. He should have gone for some trebuchets. Trebuchets would have provided some constant damage safely on the House of Wisdom, and then he could easily do safely siege down the town center afterwards. He could have potentially caught more garrison these keeps, but overall he did a good job of countering his opponent's battle rams. Those spring galls were a great idea, but they perhaps just arrived a little bit too late. Now Sign's advancing forward with a pretty sizable force. And I just don't see how Red can get back in this game. He's trying to pull out some more units. But he's at, remember, his opponent's in Imperial Age, he's in Castle Age. He's fighting against Elite Golem and Elite Archers. They're not fully upgraded, but got a massive wave of upgrades from Imperial Incendiary Arrows being put on out. That will make really consistent damage. Got a big wave of militia not being put on the field. Spearmen, horsemen are engaging, and knights are engaging the golems. But these are elite golems. They will do some serious damage. Battle rams are going to be uncontested. Spear militia getting disintegrated. And Red does back with the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.